Hey guys, what's up? It is Josh here, and today I'm going to be making a video talking about things to pack when you go to a psychiatric hospital. Um, Obviously, you're not gonna know every time when you're going, but sometimes you do know in advance, or you have a suspicion that you'll be going. Like if you plan to tell your psych a certain thing, then you might end up going. Or if you like voluntarily admit yourself, then you know that you're going because you made that decision. Um, and so I have a list of things to pack. Now, sometimes you're gonna be in such a bad mental state that you can't think of what to pack, but that's why I have a list. Like for myself, I have this list in my phone. So if I suspect I'm going to the hospital, I take out my list, put everything in the bag that's on my list, and go. Um, so different hospitals will be different. Different countries will be different. Private hospitals versus state hospitals will be different. So make sure you also check like guidelines from the hospital if you have time to do that in advance. If not, then they'll just take away the stuff that you can't have, and hopefully you have some stuff that you're allowed to have. So, things to pack: deodorant, because hospital deodorant is really shitty and it doesn't make you smell any better, honestly. Like, it helps with the sweat, but if you already have smelly armpits, then it's not really gonna do anything for you. So I suggest you bring your own deodorant. Shampoo, because they have that crappy 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that also, it doesn't feel like you actually get your hair cleaned. So if they allow you to have that, then bring that. A lot of these things, some hospitals let you keep it in your room. Like the first hospital I was at, we were allowed to have our deodorant, our shampoo, our toothbrush and toothpaste and all that in our own room. But in the second and the third hospital that I went to, um, they had that stuff locked away. Not the deodorant. They had the like they had the shampoo and stuff locked away, and then you would ask for that when you went to use it. So also same with towels. The first place I went, you had free access to the towels, and the other places they were in a locked closet. So the next thing is toothbrush and toothpaste. Some of them have like really flimsy toothbrushes, and also the toothpaste, I don't know. I'm very picky about toothpaste, just like I don't like the blue toothpaste, and I don't like it tasting a certain way. Like, it has to be specific for me, so I make sure I bring my own. Medications. Um, First of all, it's easier for them to know what you're taking if you have the bottles with you. Second of all, some hospitals, depending on if it's part of a bigger hospital or if it's specifically for psychiatric reasons, sometimes they'll have a pharmacy that will fill prescriptions for you while you're there, and sometimes they use the medications that you brought. So when I went to the first hospital, um, my medications that I brought with me were put in a bag somewhere, and then it's part of a big hospital, so they had the pharmacy from that hospital prescribe the meds that I brought in, um and then I went home with my meds, but they were giving me meds from the hospital. The second hospital I went to used my meds from my pill bottles, so it's important that you bring them in case the hospital you go to does not fill them from a pharmacy and uses yours instead. Notebook and a pen with lists of phone numbers. I suggest a notebook without a spiral. The first hospital I went to was okay with it having a spiral. The second one, I had to have it locked in a closet, and I couldn't have it in my room. The only way I was able to write in it was to use it in the dining room area, and I wouldn't have been allowed to use it when I was on level 1, which was the level where you can't have like a bunch of stuff, because the spiral you can use to hurt yourself. So I suggest one without a spiral, and also just a pen or a pencil. Um, let's see. And yeah, phone numbers. Make sure that you write down all the contacts in your phone that are important, or people you need to get in contact with when you're in the hospital, people who you want to be in contact with, and make sure you have all those written down because chances are you're not going to remember them. Um, and also, a lot of hospitals have like a phone number that's listed next to the patient phones, and so you want to write those down if they have them, so that when you call people you can give them that number and it goes right to the patient phone. Actually, I think it goes to like the nurse's station first because they have to make sure it's okay with the patient that they're being called, and then it goes to the patient phones. But it's just easier than having people go around and calling the hospital and being like, "So and so is here. Can you connect me?" and all that crap. Flip flops or water shoes because some hospitals don't have private showers, and you don't want to get foot fungus. The first hospital I went to, I brought my flip flops, and turned out I had my own private shower, so I didn't use them. And the second time I went, I was expecting to go to the same hospital, so I didn't bring them, and that was one of the times I ended up in a place that didn't have a private shower, and so luckily I didn't get foot fungus, but I didn't have my flip flops, which wasn't good. Um, and then the third place I went also did not have private showers, but they did provide water shoes. Of course, I don't know if they reused those with people or not. But anyway, it's just better if you bring your own flip flops. Pants without string. Um, so like sweatpants that don't have string in them, or sweatpants that you can cut the string out but they'll still stay up. Also, if you have pants that are like fit you like regular jeans and stuff. Like I know all my jeans are way too big because of all the weight loss. So make sure that the pants you're bringing are actually gonna fit you without string and without belt, because you're not gonna be allowed to have those things in most cases. T-shirts. T-shirts are always important. You don't need to be dressed up in a hospital, so unless you really like your button-down shirts, it's best to just dress comfortably and wear big T-shirts or whatever. You're not there to be a fashion model. You're there to get better. So just get comfortable clothing. Sweatshirts without strings. Some hospitals can be pretty cold, especially if you're there in the winter. So just bring a sweatshirt and either have the strings already pulled out, or they can pull them out when you get there. I put boxers down, so obviously you need underwear. But if you're in a really bad mental state when you're packing, you're going to want a list to tell you that, because that's something you might forget. You want socks, and you want to get a watch, or like wear a watch or something. Like I have my Fitbit, but I probably would not want this in the I would, but like I wouldn't be able to charge it. So you want a watch that's not something you have to charge, like an Apple Watch or anything like that. Also, they'd take your Apple Watch because it's technology. Um, but like just a simple watch, because some places don't have clocks in the room, and I don't know why they would do that to psych patients. We're already in a bad state of mind, and then you're going to take our clock and make us not know what time it is, and that's just not a good combination. So watches are very important. I put towels. I didn't bring towels to any of my times I was in the hospital because I kept forgetting them. The towels they give you there are like hand towels that they expect you to wash your entire body with, and it doesn't work very well. So bring your own towels. I assume they'll be okay to bring. They might lock them in a closet when you're not using them, but like I have beach towels that I use for when I shower, and so if you want bigger towels than something you wipe your hands with, then bring your own. And shorts, like sport shorts that don't require belts, or like cargo shorts that um you don't need a belt for. Things like that. You're not allowed to have chains in most places, belts, strings. Um and yeah, also shoes, like slip-on shoes, or shoes that if you pulled the string out, it wouldn't make your shoes fall off, because a lot of places are either going to take your shoes altogether, or they're going to make you take the string out. So be cautious of that when you bring shoes. Make sure that they're going to fit you snug enough that they're not going to fall off your feet. So that's all I have for this video. If you like it, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and if you have any other tips for people who might be going to the hospital, leave them down below, whether they be tips or other things to pack that I didn't think of. Oh yeah, reading. You want to bring stuff to read, like books, and you want to bring coloring books and stuff like that, because there's a lot of downtime. Like, people think there's not a lot of downtime. Sometimes, like, there are a lot of groups, but in between those groups, there's downtime, and there's a TV, but, like, you can't be on Facebook and, like, texting people. So, you want to bring something to entertain yourself, especially at nighttime once the groups are over with for the day. You want to have something to entertain yourself. So that is it, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.